Now, what do we have here? Mr. Inkswirl, or shall I refer to him by his more common name, Mr. Wanker, has written a story about the best cupcake ever. Is that what we do these days? Write stories about food? Well, why not? And since Mr. Author has refused to supply us with some music to go along with it, I thought I'd decide myself what seems fitting. So let's go. The oven in Sugar Cube Corner's kitchen made a cheerful ding sound, causing far more delight in a certain pink mare than should be feasibly possible. She bounced over to the oven, pulled open its door, and, making sure to use a potholder this time so as not to have a repeat of her last 2 attempts, gripped the tray firmly in her mouth, dragging it out of the oven and onto the counter top. Grabbing a tube of frosting with her hoof somehow, Pinky quickly covered the confectionery she had created with violet frosting before repeating the process with 6 more tubes, creating a small mountain of rainbow-coloured sugar atop the cupcake. A small dusting of sprinkles later, she impaled the treat with a small stick, which had a tip that was constantly sparkling. If this didn't get Rainbow Dash out of her funk after the whole pasta incident, nothing would. She smiled proudly. This was, without a doubt, the best cupcake ever. That had been made in the past week anyway, not counting the one she had made for Berry Punch's intervention a couple of days ago. But regardless, it was a marvellous cupcake. Grabbing the tray once more, Pinky prepared to carry it over to Fluttershy's house, where Rainbow was staying while her home was repaired from damages caused by the recent fire. But, unfortunately, she never got further than preparing, as the cupcake promptly slid off the tray and began its descent floorward. It was a horrifying incident. The cupcake, somehow managing to fall in slow motion, impacted the floor with a loud thud that echoed throughout the kitchen. Sprinkles were scattered everywhere. Frosting spread all across the floor. Pinky, face frozen in horror, knelt down, somehow, to the cupcake. "No! No!" she cried, tears welling up in her eyes. "Pinky, don't be sad." "Who said that?" Pinky said, glancing around the kitchen, a bit concerned at the sudden mysterious voice. "It's me, the cupcake." Pinky blinked. "I've lived a life that's full, Pinky," the cupcake said, suddenly developing a deep, powerful voice, "and taken every step upon the byway." "No, you haven't." The cupcake was silent for a moment. "Well, regardless, you shouldn't cry for me. I'm moving on to a big pantry in the sky. I'll be fine." "No! Cupcake!" Pinky said, her voice trembling. "I think I can still salvage you." Everything's going dark." "Whatever you do, don't move into any oncoming trains," Pinky said, desperately searching for some utensil that could solve this conundrum. What? Oh, look. There's a light. No! Cupcake! Goodbye, Pinky. In the few moments between oven and floor, I had a wonderful life. No! A thick silence permeated the kitchen. No! In a lonely little graveyard, just outside of Ponyville, Cupcake's casket was buried by 2 black and grey stallions. The collective element of harmony stood in attendance, clad in black. Applejack groaned, putting her hat back on. "Third booking time this week." And that's the end of whatever the hell this fanfiction was called. Now excuse me while I go downstairs, go into one of the drawers in the kitchen, pick up a spoon, and try to shovel my own heart out with it. Because quite frankly, doing that makes more sense than having to think about what I've just read. Now piss off. Time for some heart spooning.